stupid as a family.
So, John, you've just described this show for 3, the first episode, as the lunatics run the asylum. Is that fair?
I suppose we'll find out.
Got you already.
I suppose we'll find out.
We will indeed. Of course, it's the show for 3, episode 1. We're joined by the Hot Tag Foundation. Dan, I mean, what a 2024, guys. You did absolutely incredible last year.
Yeah, it was. To be fair, it was more surprising than anything. We had the determination and the passion, but we did sometimes think we'd fall at the final hurdle. But if anything, the final hurdle was our key to success. So yeah, very good 2024, and excited to discuss giving it insight into what 2025 is going to bring. So yeah, thank you for having us on this brand new concept. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Absolutely. So explain obviously what's going to happen. Once the intro rolls, I'm going to be backstage. These guys are going to be running the asylum. Fans can obviously still send questions in and stuff like that, so get involved in the show. Yeah, enough rambling on. Let's roll the intro.
Hello. We are, as Liam so kindly said, the Hot Tag Foundation.
This is going to be brilliant.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Can't wait. I'm so glad. I'm glad this didn't happen during our team's call the other day.
let's not discuss the inner workings of certain people.
Maybe that's the next one. Maybe we can live stream on Teams call next time.
To be fair, that's a good idea. Actually, that's a good idea. But I'll make sure next time I don't give people access to drawing on Zoom. Brilliant.
I don't know who that was.
Anyway, as John said, we are the Hot Tag Foundation. My name's Dan. I'm the founder of the Hot Tag Foundation. Below me, if I think this is right, below me is Ross, our Hot Tag representative for Scotland, and this is John next to me, who is one of our other Hot Tag representations, but based in England. And we're just going to talk about what happened in 2024. As we said at the start, it was very successful first 6 months of our tenure, and we're very excited for 2025 to come along and see what comes about. So before we go any further, and before we introduce the Hot Tag Foundation, what we'll do is we'll introduce the guys. So I'll start with Ross down there. Ross, can you tell us a bit about yourself, why you wanted to get involved in the foundation, and I don't know, throw in your favourite wrestling match of all time?
I'm putting you on the spot there, but hello everyone, I'm Ross. I am doing my masters in international market at the minute, and I'm training to be a wrestler at Iron Godless Gym as well, so that's fun. And I'm basically the Scotland guy for the Hot Tag Foundation, so anything to do with Scotland, I'm the person you can chat to. And yeah, obviously I knew Dan from something else that he worked on before, and I made quite a big donation to that. He messaged me last May or something saying, "Hey, do you want to get involved?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So here I am. Went to Clash at the Castle to represent the Hot Tag Foundation, and then just took it from there. Went to Off the Page in Warrington and stuff, and favorite wrestling match of all time. Okay. I don't know. I just like the Royal Rumble in general. It's a pure cop-out answer, but just give me the Royal Rumble over anything.
Okay, which Royal Rumble?
I don't know, just any Royal Rumble. A bad Royal Rumble is better than any other wrestling match, in my opinion.
It is 100%, but I think you're a bit biased because you've actually been in Battle Royals, so I think you're a bit biased.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Man Battle Royal over any other match.
Fair enough. If I just pick a favourite Royal Rumble, it's got to be my first. It's got to be 2008. I think.
Give me 2020 because Drew won.
Why is that?
Do you remember the pub that went viral that night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pub in Glasgow that went viral. I was in that pub at not when it went viral. I was in that pub 4 hours earlier, right? And I remember being shattered, like absolutely just completely knackered. And I'm sitting
I'm
there
curious. I'm curious to know your opinion on this. How did you feel when he announced it as Drew McIntyre, first British WWE champion?
it's the Andy Murray complex, isn't it?
It is the Andy Murray complex.
It is
Yeah.
Andy
So
Murray
I was
complex,
in
right.
that pub, right, and 4 hours, like this is 4 hours before the main event starts, right? And I'm sitting there going, I'm shattered. I could be in bed watching this. I've got fruit pastilles in the house. Like I abandoned this pub to go home and get my fruit pastilles, and then I find that they go viral the day after. Oh,
unlucky. John, what's your favourite Rumble match?
Out in the fruit pastels. So I'm John. I am a I'm a production operative, a factory in Yorkshire.
Bit more enthusiasm about it.
Some people know. I was thinking how to describe my role. Some people call me the breadwinner, but it's irrelevant. So I've known Dan for too long. Approximately, I'd say about 15 years now. Wrestling is definitely one of the foundations of our friendship. Dan's always been incredibly driven to give back, and I'm honoured to be a part of this fantastic foundation.
That's good.
Through all the hard work that he does and everyone else does, people like Ross and Laura and Dalton, of course.
Sam,
Dalton, of course, massively.
The full team. Nice.
Yeah, I mean the full team. Yeah, the full team, exactly.
Nice. Favorite wrestling match?
Favorite wrestling match? Well, this could go a lot of ways, but I'm not gonna be a cop out and say the whole Royal Rumble, nor am I gonna be a cop out and say a whole WrestleMania card.
Is yours? Let me guess yours. Is it the hog pen match between Vicky Guerrero and Santina Marella?
Personally, the only hog pen match I've ever paid attention to was the original one involving pig and hog.
was it real?
The Godwins.
Brilliant.
But no, my favorite wrestling match of all time. It changes fairly frequently, I suppose, as a lot out there. But I've always been a huge Kurt Angle fan. I'm gonna throw Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker, No Way Out 2006 out there.
I'd have been 5 years old.
Good show.
Yeah, I'd have been 7.
Were you born in the 2000s, Ross?
2001,
He's younger than us.
Oh, God.
Yes, come on.
Oh, God. My knees hurt.
Imagine having your buffalo start with a 1. It's pathetic. It really is.
Not about the hundreds and hundreds of billions of people before it was who, wasn't the 1. But anyway, that's fine. Good wrestling match, John. Great pick. Thank you very much. Glad to be part of the team.
Awesome.
I'll finalise it. My name's Dan. I'm the founder of the Hot Tag Foundation. Like Ross said, I did a similar project back in 2020 during COVID, and it was very successful during Christmas time, and it was something that I wanted to restart after I got my business degree at the university. I got married in February 2024 to my lovely wife, our admin and trustee Laura, and it was something that I wanted to get back involved with back in May. Dropped a message to the guys and I was like, right, this is what I want to do. Do you want to get involved? Pretty easy process of elimination. I just wanted to make sure that people were actually invested in what we're trying to do. And the connection that I've had with John for about 15 between 15 and 20 years, we've been close friends. I know we've been wrestling fans for 16 of those years, so it's probably around that time. But we've always had a real good connection together, and you've always helped me out when I need to. And you are the breadwinner, so you got to get involved. And Ross was one of our major donors of our first donation drive that I was part of back in 2020, and we built up such an amazing friendship, even though we are long distance and we've only met 3 times now, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times, something like that.
In the past 5 years, it's been absolutely, every time we meet, it's just incredible. So I had a great group of people behind me. I had a great logo, great idea, and it was just something that I had to run with. I wanted to get involved because I wanted to combine my 2 passions, pro wrestling and giving back. and I think this is something that meets both of those criteria. So, anyway, favorite wrestling match for me. I don't know. I've always gone with I don't know. I've got a few, but I'm probably going to go with Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21.
Also
That was
that match.
That was a brilliant match. Absolutely brilliant match.
The Kurt match.
What?
But also going with a Kurt match.
Okay, fine. I'll go with my favorite to my heart: Jeff Hardy versus Edge versus Triple H, Armageddon 2008. That was my match. He's my guy. Jeff was always my guy. So, and yeah, I'm not going to cop out as well and go the Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Look, you put me on the spot. You made me go first.
Pick a match. You're a tradie.
I said the 2021.
Eventually.
Yes.
2021, is it you say?
The 2020.
2020. Right.
Okay, we'll allow 2020. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, first British world champion. So yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you very much for your contribution to Britain.
Thank you for Drew McIntyre and Iron Brew.
Scottish world champion. Thank you very much.
Anyway, so yeah, that's all of us. That's who we are. And we'll kick into high gear. We're going to start with 2024, June 2024. Our establishment when we first started. June 1st was our official establishment date, and I believe Ross had the privilege of being our first representative on tour, going to Clash at the Castle in Glasgow.
It was quite close after, yeah.
It was in my back garden, pretty much. It was class.
It was, yeah. But unfortunately, the first British world champion, Drew McIntyre, didn't, win his match.
I was gutted that day, but I couldn't believe how gutted I was. I'm happy I've seen CM Punk, but I'm also gutted Drew lost.
I can't relate, unfortunately. To be fair. But yeah, you had a great time at Clash of the Castle. You met amazing people in the Brit Wrest scene, such as you met Mike Angus. You met name a few people from Scotland that are incredibly famous around the Scot wrestling scene.
The Scot wrestling scene. The photographers, the Wilsons, they're amazing. They take all the photos. Basically, any promo picture you see from most people in Scottish wrestling will be most likely from the Wilson family. They are not related to me, just as a kind of a caveat. They are.
It's not an advertisement.
They are the significantly better Wilsons. So any promo pictures you'll see, anything you see on posters normally comes from them. So I met them. Obviously, I met Mike Angus. I've seen Westy about the entire weekend. She goes to pretty much every show in Scotland, which is crazy.
Shout out Westy.
Yeah, shout out Westy. But yeah, the Wilsons are amazing, and they've always got a lot of time for me and everybody else. So if you see them kicking about shows and stuff, go and say hello, because they're lovely people.
What was it like the first week of our establishment and people actually recognising the brand and recognising the blue hoodies, etc.?
It was mental, right? Because I expected to kind of have to chase people. I remember folk are approaching me because I'd strategically stood outside the tunnel going into the hydro. And I'm having to tell people, look, I'm not trying to sell you something, come on. Like Mike is there, 5 steps ahead of me trying to sell tickets to a show. And I'm like, look, I'm not trying to sell you something, come on, all I'm asking for is a follow on Instagram, like, come on. So,
yeah. No, it's not always that easy. Me and John found out the hard way as we got to June, the end of June.
Can you get more followers? And I was like, I'm trying my best.
Yeah, and not everyone is always incredibly receptive to a new thing. But
incredibly receptive.
But I mean, some are. It's a hard process because when you developing something like this, it takes time to become established in the community.
It is, and you're completely right there, John, which is why I know myself and you guys included, we had countless Zoom calls with people and promotions and people behind the scenes where we can we are legitimate people, we are real people just trying to do something good. A lot of people were just like, we don't want anything to do here yet. Put the work in. That's completely fine. We respect those people. We respect the fact that they push back. But the people that did support us really got us off the ground. A few shout outs to the early followers, Real Wrestling, Off the Page, Tidal Wrestling, Taj, all brilliant people that have got involved early and supported us early.
Been
Even Liam from shout out to Magic Wrestling. But that when we started to support this club and people were actually happy to put their brand and their face on this, it was it meant a lot to us that they put their trust in us so early. So thank you very much for everyone who supported us for all that first 6 months as part of the supporters club and our partners and collaborators, but we'll get to those eventually later. But yeah, moving on from Glasgow and Hydro, we went to NGW at the end of June. Me, Nathan, Dimitri, and Jonathan went to NGW in Hull on the 28th of June to bombard people with a QR code and a raffle ticket.
Graps at Hull. Real graps at Hull City Hall.
It was.
And none of this Clash at the Castle nonsense.
No, we went to the real show. We went to Mark LeBear's promotion, not you went to a exactly. So yeah, great. That was a great evening. We got some really good coverage, really good photos, really good videos, and then we did a successful raffle where we met guys like from Fast Count Wrestling. We met Nina Samuels, so we met a Fast Count Clothing. Sorry, and
I believe we met up with. Didn't we meet up with?
And we met up with Liam from Magic Wrestling.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking we met up with Liam that night. Yeah.
First time, yeah, it was great. We've got a nice little photo together. There's a photo of me, you, and Nathan, I think it is, with Liam. So that's great.
Yeah.
And then we just started those friendships and those relationships with people from there. So, and then
I mean, to be fair, Danny, even there we got recognised by a few people positively. Like, oh, you're the guys from the Hot Tag Foundation. We're like, yeah, we've been established like 3 weeks and we're already getting recognised.
Yeah, not like it said our big logo on the back of our hoodies.
But a couple of guys like did grab us and say, "Oh yeah, no, the blue stands out."
Exactly.
In a sea of black.
That's the whole point. And that was very important to us when we first started as well. When I developed the logo and the branding of it, it was like we need a bright colour. We need something that stands out from the colour black in professional wrestling. So blue was very much, it's one of those colours where it could represent, a lot of different things and stand out as well. So people can look into a crowd and say, oh, there's the guys in the, look out for the blue hoodies started going around, and that's where people started looking out for us in shows and just meets and stuff like that. It was brilliant. So yeah, after NGW happened and we got all that feedback, then I went to Rise and I went to Tidal and I went to Kingdom and I went off the page with Ross, went everywhere. And it was just, it was mind blowing the support that people were getting. And shout out to all those people when we first started, because finances stuff was a real hurdle for us all.
Absolutely.
A lot of our money as a self-funded non-profit organisation, it all came from our own pockets to get the travel down there. And if most of the time people like promoters were great and they were like, yeah, just come down, don't buy a ticket, just come in, just talk to people, that's cool. And even that was brilliant. So Taj was brilliant at Tidal, and I didn't think
she continues to be so.
Exactly. I didn't think someone would be so generous so quickly to us, and so willing to meet us. And I remember having the Zoom with Taj. I hate to keep pointing Taj out, but we had the Zoom with Taj, and she was like, "Yeah, what's going on? What's it about? How can I help?" And it was just so. It wasn't like a persuasive conversation. It was like, "Right, this is what we're trying to do. We'll be honest. We'll be upfront with, as brutally honest as we want to be and where we want to be in this foundation and this project." That it was so easy to talk about because there was just passion behind it all. So once the team was completely formed, we had everybody. We had you guys along with Nathan at the time. Unfortunately, Nathan stepped away just for a minute.
Thank you.
Hey, Louis. Thank you. Hey, welcome to the chat. Welcome. If you have any questions, drop them below.
Any questions, please feel free to ask.
We had me, John, Ross, Nath, and Dalton, our youth ambassador. Shout out to Dalton. He did great work last year. He attended events like PCW, Wrestle Island, and it was instrumental in dropping stuff off at Blackpool cam services. So that was brilliant. So thank you, Dalton. Thank you very much. But yeah, it was great. And from there, we've just been able to grow so quickly. The Total Rumble donation drive was a huge success from our help from our guys at Kingdom and Wrestle Island as well, who was amazingly collaborative with us and partners with us.
Two amazing collaborations there within a month, really.
Yeah, 100%. And Peter at Wrestle Island reached out to us back in August, which was crazy. But we finally met to the show in November, and it was like a 3-week turnaround to get this collaboration sorted. And it may not have gone as exactly as planned, but we got a lot of donation from it, a lot of great stuff that ended up going back into the community of Lancashire.
Fantastic relationships.
So yeah, it was a fantastic relationship that we had built, and that's what we want to continue in 2025. I want to make it bigger, and we'll go over a few of those later on as well. But I just want to ask you guys, like, we'll talk about 2024 as best as we can before going into 2025. But before we start, I want to know what was your favourite moments from 2024 as part of the foundation, and what stood out the most to you when we was actually doing what we was doing. I'll start with John. Go on, John. Go first.
For me personally, it is a bit of an obvious answer, but the scope of the Toyal Rumble is crazy. I mean, since that show, and I appreciate like a lot of it has come through Kingdom or like gone back to Kingdom, but it's obviously through the show that we made with them. They've had segments on Calendar. They've been in national newspapers. And it's just huge. And it's just like this. We had the show being streamed live on YouTube. One of our own friend and current member of the Hot Tag Foundation, Dimitri, making his
retired pro wrestler Dimitri,
making his debut and having his final match in the Toyal Rumble itself.
He lasted over 25 minutes though.
Clocking in at around 20-25 minutes and eliminating a man who weighed at least 850 pounds.
Shout out to Big Popper. Yeah,
shout out to the Big Popper. So yeah, unfortunately Dimitri did suffer a sprained ankle, and that injury has forced him to retire from active competition.
He milked that so much as well. He was like hobbling along and so I was like, oh, bless you. But in all fairness, Jack Johnson just threw the kick at him, and it was so funny to watch. And we got a great video of the kick, and it's the best thing ever because you can't see him fall behind the ring apron. You just see him go, which is absolutely brilliant.
The scope of that event in general was absolutely amazing.
It was.
Many donations, so many people coming out to show support, and just so much generosity in that building.
Really was, yeah. Good answer, John. Ross, what about yourself?
I think, like John said about the sort of the Toyal Rumble, obviously I couldn't be there in person, but watching it from afar and just being like, "Oh, this is what we're doing. This is class." And also, I was supposed to be there, but I had exams. Yeah, exams got the better of me, and the university just decided to schedule stuff on the same day, unfortunately. But yeah, next year, hopefully, if it's happening again, we'll hopefully get me down, and you never know. We'll see.
Never know. We'll see.
But yeah, obviously like that, and being able to watch that from afar and see how amazing it was doing, and hopefully this year we'll be able to get some stuff, a little bit more stuff up in Scotland, so that I'm kept busy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
100%. Yeah, you've got to put the graft in, mate. You've got to put the graft in.
Oh, I will be. Don't you worry. And also, like, again, just being at Clash at the Castle and just having people sort of recognise it so early and stuff, and being able to go out and just share that mission as much as I could, because as much as I was there to have fun, for me, I was out there to try and sort of spread this mission as well.
Yeah,
it was kind of okay. I want to go to the show, but also if I can do bits for this as well, I'm starting it off on a high. So
exactly.
Yeah, I think we started at exactly the right time, and you've got 25,000 people heading into a Hydra in your hometown.
Pretty much, yeah. And I think
I believe was it 500 followers we hit like straight after that? Was that the show?
Pretty much, yeah. I think so.
Nah, pal, where are you getting that from, pal?
Is that not right? But I remember we got over something. We got like a major boost at that event.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah, it was. I think we got about 300 at that point.
Yeah, something like that. And obviously, like. Yeah. I literally bought a ticket like 2 days before the event, so it was just a spur of the moment thing. Actually, if I can frame this and be like, I'm doing it for the hot tag as well, then I can kind of justify the ticket money.
Exactly. exactly. And it was in your back garden, so it's like you're not paying for trains,
Yeah,
you're not paying for hotels.
Also, it would have been worse if I'd have been watching it on TV, going, "Oh, that's down the road."
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. 100%. I
You
think.
know?
In fact, I think me and John. Well, to be fair, I'd say me and John had the same situation. We like All In and Clash, didn't we? We were just like,
Yeah.
we're gonna go, and then the Clash was really, really good.
Clash was unbelievable. The whole weekend was fantastic. The mural of Roman and Drew, and just Cardiff in general being so welcoming and so.
And we met.
With
And
it.
we met.
Yeah, we met Edge. That was also the first time we met our current youth ambassador Dalton and his wonderful family.
Oh, but yeah, was it the first time?
Well, it was the first time I met him. You might have met him before.
I think I met him at Fleur before.
Yeah, it was the first time I'd met him and his wonderful family.
Wonderful family. Shout out to the Gearing family. For what they do. But yeah, great answer. I'll round it off by probably saying the same thing. Well, actually no. I'm gonna go with because I got to experience it. It was the donation drop off at Airedale Hospital. It was I met the young man who was a huge wrestling fan, and just seeing him like his face light up when we saw we had a John Cena figure in the wrestling kit, and then we built the ring together, and just that whole experience was just like, it just showed us the whole meaning of Christmas and why we did what we did. And it was like, if we worked 6 months hard work to build this what was an organization, it's a non-profit, and it all culminated to just that one kid, it would have still been all worth it. But the fact that we had over 300 donations collected in from members of our team and everybody else, that we was able to distribute to 4 different causes across the UK, including 2 in Hull, 1 in Airedale, and 1 in Blackpool as well, which was a amazing feat that we was able to hit. So going from 2 to 4 causes was just next level. So yeah, Total Rumble, like John said, Ross said, maybe next year. This year, Total Rumble 2. I reckon.
Well, Electric Boogaloo, we will see.
We'll see. I think as well. I think we might need a championship belt by then, lads. What do you reckon?
Something for me to win. Come on.
I reckon we need a big championship belt.
me and Dimitri fighting out in the final 2.
Unfortunately, Dimitri's retired.
I think we can coax him out of retirement with a title.
I don't think we can. No, I think he's done.
To be fair, I would pay Dimitri to come out of retirement to see you just body slam him.
Tell him he's winning until the day, and just like, no, change your plans.
To be fair, I think Dimitri retired halfway through that his.
Yeah.
When
a slight hiccup that people may not have noticed, but there was actually a moment on the stream that I don't think Dan picked up, where the announcer actually announced Dimitri had been eliminated, despite the fact that he hadn't, because he'd rolled out the ring and stayed out there for that long. And about 10 minutes later, he returned to the ring and got eliminated.
To be fair, I was referring to the fact that he took the worst looking clothesline from Joel Cobra I've ever seen in my life. the way he ran at it.
And it wasn't, just to be clear, this is not a slight on Joel Cobra. It was not Joel Cobra's fault.
No, it was not Joel. Joel Cobra was doing his job, and he did a damn good job of it.
And Dimitri did what Dimitri was doing.
Dimitri tried his best, and that's what's most important. Dimitri tried his best.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do. But yes, what a successful year it was for the foundation. We excelled in online presence, in-person presence, partnerships, collaborations, the Total Rumble, the donation drop-off. We excelled in absolutely everything. And our Instagram is now at like 265 followers, which is insane for the first 6 months. And we're just going to get even bigger and bigger.
Instagram's way more than that.
No, 865 followers. What we're on.
Oh, I thought you said 265.
No, 865.
I was going to say, yeah.
Absolutely. We're slacking down on Facebook, but if you follow us on Instagram, just follow us on Facebook. It's that simple.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant. And this year we're looking for bigger and better. So if you've got a chance to write reviews on our page of experiences you've had with members of our team, or how the donation drive went, we really appreciate it, and it'll go really far in what we're trying to do this year. So if you can, please drop a review on our Facebook page, drop a like, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram and wherever. And our website had an incredible meet as well. A lot of people came onto our website, which was great. Huge, yeah, really good. And it's one of those investments where it's like people might not go to it, but it shows a bit more. Like it makes us look more legit, and we kept on top of our website as best we can all the time, and it's currently getting under construction right now. So we'll see what happens from them. But anyway, 2024 is over. 2025 has begun. We had our first team meeting on Wednesday this week. First of many team meetings. I don't know if you've checked the calendar, but we have them scheduled every 2 weeks. It's not compulsory. It is optional, so you can be there if you need to be, if you're doing work. I know, Ross, you're doing your masters at the moment. Yeah. I know, John, you work with bread, so you'll be busy. I'm sure.
I'm winning. Yes.
So
I am actually winning. Oh wait, what? No, yeah, I am winning that week actually.
There you go. Good.
Not good, but yeah.
But yeah, it's just so we have the opportunities to check in, do what we can. But our first question, Alec. I can't say if I was an Alec Haney. Thank you very much. Ross, this seems like a question for you as our Scotland representative.
So that's a tricky one because obviously I'm doing my masters right now, so time is tough. But hopefully, at the very minimum, I'll be at like most Girdle shows because I'll be in and around the gym a lot of the time anyway. So with a bit of luck and with timing and stuff, I should be at most Girdle shows. So yeah, we'll see. But
I'm hoping as well we can get some some Bleeding Gums shows as well. I know they're doing great.
As well. Yeah. So basically, if I am going to any shows in Scotland, I will let everybody know and be like, "Hey, I'll be around." But
you'll be around. 100%.
It might be sporadic for the next kind of 12 weeks until my masters is sort of finishing off. So as soon as summer hits, I'll be everywhere. But
that's that question. But we'll have complete synergy between the teams, so we'll know where everybody's whereabouts are all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Part of the tag. So if Ross is going somewhere, we'll know. We'll post about it. We'll let you know. And Ross, I'm sure
I'll be meticulously tracking my location on his iPhone.
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
exactly. Keep that Apple tag.
We'll put trackers in all of your expensive pairs of trainers.
Stop going to the pub, Ross. You're meant to be at a show.
Exactly.
Got team's call in 10 minutes. Ross, finish that pint. But anyway, so we'll keep updated on the Instagram as best we can. We've all got access to the business suite meta software, so we can all post whenever we need to, if need be. We always keep track of everything. Try and keep track of everything that's going on in BritWrest at the moment. So yeah, great question. Thanks for joining us, Alec. But we're moving on. 2025 team meeting. How do you think it went, barring all the laughter and
Let's not get into that. Yeah. I mean, you can get into the laughter. The laughter's good, but
I reckon so. I reckon. Do you know? It really, even though it ticked me off just a little bit that we overrun for 40 minutes.
Same.
In fairness to that, right? It should have been 30 minutes, but unfortunately, you didn't purchase Zoom Premium, so we had to wait 10 minutes between the calls.
I'm very sorry, but all my money went into donations. Children.
Oh yeah, that's how we spot it. Well played.
Anyway, but yeah, team meeting went great. What were your thoughts on the presentation? What were your thoughts on what our plans are for this year and our new business structure? Ross,
it's exciting. Yeah, it's just I don't really have another word for it other than exciting. And yeah, a lot of stuff kind of in the pipeline, which is interesting. And I'm going to be able to merge some of the stuff that I'm doing with my masters and be able to use some of that stuff into the hot tag, which is really cool. And hopefully I'll be able to use some of the stuff that I'm doing with the hot tag and my dissertation and vice versa, which will be interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the plan, so that I can actually. There might be a good piece of academic research coming out of this entire thing, which would be handy.
I'm sure it would.
Hoping so, complete hoping so. And we actually have a call tomorrow with a guy who's doing a lot of work around that kind of stuff, similar to your masters as well, which I'm sure we'll post about tomorrow after we've had the conversation. Yep. But yeah, that's exciting times ahead. John, how about yourself? How do you feel?
I feel like it's like I say, it's an absolute honour last year to be part of this foundation, and it will continue to be so. I feel like things are only getting bigger, things are only getting better. We had goals 2024. We smashed a lot of them out of the park, the realistic ones at least. And then
we kept every promise that we had.
we did, and hopefully the same will happen this year.
Exactly.
But
Boom.
yeah, but I mean, I'm sure Dan's gonna lead into talking about a lot of the plans for this year, but it involves more than just focusing on donations, which is huge. It's a huge part of our business, and it will continue to be business. Huge part of our foundation, and it will continue to be so. Huge part of our ethos.
Yeah, 100%. And like you're saying, like we'll talk about our plans. We'll introduce a few of our plans for 2025. We won't go too deep into it, and I think the scope of last year is completely, different beast to this, complete to what we're doing this year, because it's 12 months that we've got to maintain our promises, and we try not to make promises, but we try to make sure that our goals and our aims are clear, and we maintain a positive ethos, as John said as well. So we'll definitely be working towards that in 2025, and as we'll lean into the new business structure and how it's going to work. It's going to, there's a lot of big projects coming in, and my personal investment into it will be a lot of it will be focused on that, and I'm delighted to say that we'll be focusing on adults this year as well as young people. We'll be focusing on more mental well-being issues, and providing a different approach, also combining mental well-being and pro wrestling as well, and how that's going to work. We've just working out a lot of the behind the scenes things to make sure that we're all safeguarded, we're all protected, we all have important qualifications and investments in our resources. So, but we've got some really, really cool chains of how we're going to work around that. We just need to make sure we can present it passionately, and we think of every route before we go ahead with it. So do stay tuned, stay ahead.
All I will say on that, Dan, is as much as it's very important, it's very important mental health, but we aren't. I mean, to be fair, Ross is kind of doing a master's that relates to it. However, we are not aiming to be mental health professionals. We are, for the lack of a better term, signposters.
Yeah.
For people who we will try our best to help, but we, in many ways, are simply planning on pointing people who need that help in the correct direction, and doing what we can and helping others to do what they can to help those people.
100%, and it's all about continuing to put a positive light on the blue brand of the hot tag. So it's something that you can look at and understand that we are there to help. We are there to point you in the right direction if we feel that we can offer that advisory. And John's correct in what he's saying, that we're not going to be any sort of mental health care professionals, but we will have the qualification. We are seeking for qualifications of the first aiders. And signposters, which luckily, fortunately, if I have my level 2 in at the moment, and we'll look to further those as we go along, due to some amazing courses that we've found. So hopefully we can put that into action and make sure that we're moving forward on that. But like I say, I won't go too much into it as of yet. We'll talk a bit more about it later. I will introduce that we have a new mission statement, and we have a new aims statement as well. I'll quickly run through that as we have it here. And in terms of, when I say the word new, it doesn't mean it's going to be new, because we thought that why fix what's not broken in terms of our mission statement, and it states now as we here at the Hot Tag Foundation remain dedicated towards promoting a community-orientated approach to kindness, generosity, and well-being through professional wrestling campaigns. And I think that highlights a lot of what we're trying to do in 2025. So even though it is, worded, it was included in a few new words, it still remains the same prowess and the same ethos as what we're trying to do, same mantra towards our efforts and our work. And we hope that you like that. It is active on our website now, on the main screen, as well as this about our aims. So we aim to further develop our network with the Brit Wrestling community, whilst also opening a new approach to mental and physical well-being support to a collective renowned for its pride and its heritage. And that, that resonates well with a lot of people. We've discussed it a lot with the team, and we think it's it's the right way to go, in forms of so people can understand why we're here and why we're doing what we're doing. So hopefully, happy days. So yeah, if you want to read that again, rewatch the video, go onto our website. You'll see it on there. It'll be on our Instagram very soon. As we look into 2025, we will be going into adults, but we'll still try and remain as much as possible for young people as well. That was at the heart and soul of our 2024, and want to maintain that. So that's up to you guys, the team. John, Ross, Laura, and Nathan, Dimitri in the background as well will also be involved in that. So throwing ideas around is going to be a part of your main job description this year. I say job description, and I will state that we are all volunteers and we take no monetary value from this at all. We made no money last year. We don't intend to make any money this year. Anything that we do take will be put back into the organisation, and it will not be
exactly.
And we check everything. We've got receipts. I've still got the receipt pinned up there from the Soul Sessions raffle donation stuff like that. We keep track of all that. And I'm happy to say that we've also set up a PayPal account as well, so we can track it all through there as well. So, but yeah, we want to make sure that whatever we do in 2025 is tracked. We want to make sure that our projects are in the right direction and we're moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I will mention that, and I'll happily announce it, but it's not really an announcement. Me and Jonathan in February will be at For the Love of Wrestling as fans. We will be there. We're not going to be trading there. We're not going to be offering services there. We're going to be there as fans. We'll be wearing our blue gear. Maybe the black gear. You never know. But look out for the blue. Look out for the black. I can't say that because everyone's going to be wearing black t-shirts. But
look out for the logo. Look out for us. If, like Dan says, we're not there in particularly an official capacity, but at the same time, if anyone has anything particular, if anyone else that any of our friends, any of our anyone who's worked with us in the past, wants to work with us in the future, wants to talk about anything, is also going to be around there. More than welcome to come and find us for a chat. We're obviously will be around before, after, somewhat during. So if there's anyone else in that area, then more than welcome. Just hit us up, and I'm sure we'll find the time.
We'll be around. Ross, do you fancy a trip to Manchester next month?
It's going to be tight, man. It's going to be tight. I've got a couple of things coming up. Money wise, we're not looking great.
You've got a girlfriend now. Sorry, mate.
Exactly. That's where all the money's going. No, I'm kidding.
That's where all the money's gone. But yeah, like I said, me and John will be at Fleur. There'll also be an exciting collaboration, hopefully happening at Fleur that you'll be able to see. Won't announce it yet because the guy that we're working with, is very important to us and he was instrumental to the logistics of our donation drive last year. So
yeah.
Keep an eye out for a cool collaboration at Fleur. But yeah, we'll be wearing hoodies, maybe new hoodies, depending on if we have the money to be able to buy new hoodies. But we are looking into creating new hoodies for 2025.
There'll be new hoodies coming soon. Whether they'll be that soon, we don't know.
We'll see. I know a guy. If we need him. Anyway, but yeah. So we'll be at Fleur in 2025. If you want to, look out for us. We'll put an announcement on our Facebook page, and we'll be there. Comments saying we're going to be there. Meet up. We'll be there all day. We're getting an early train to Manchester. We're staying over on the night time. We'll be at the after party. So come and see us. Have a drink with us. We'll chat about what we're trying to do this year. And
when Dan says have a drink, he means have a Coca-Cola, as Dan is not particularly an alcohol drinker, unlike Ross.
But if you get
I'm not either, right? I went to a darts pub today and I had Diet Coke, so have some shame.
That's because you were busy trying to focus on playing darts.
That's correct. No. I was busy trying to win darts, which I did.
Exactly.
He's busy
Right.
trying to show off, is what you're trying to do, Mr.
That's exactly what I was trying to do, right? Because
Scottish
I
Luke
didn't
Littler up
expect
there.
anything from this, and I won 10 out of the 12 games. That was impressive.
What's your dad's name? Luke Pishner.
Luke Shetler.
But if you do see us at Fleur anyway, and you do get Jonathan, if you buy Jonathan a few drinks, he'll probably just tell you everything we're doing this year and just go completely off the road.
You don't have to buy me a bloody drink.
I really
I'll buy
wish.
them
I
a
really
drink.
wish-
So you don't have to buy me any bloody drinks. I'll buy them a drink and tell them all about what we're doing this year.
I'm going to show everyone the video of you at the Royal Rumble 2000.
No, you will not be doing such a thing. That's irrelevant to the mission statement.
Just
was
clip
funny.
at the end of the podcast.
Oh yeah, we'll do a whole podcast on Jonathan's videos I have of him. It'll be absolutely class. I know. This is one of the ways I stood there going. Everyone starts cheering and he just goes, "Woo!" We'll find it. We'll find it eventually. We'll work post it, but might post it, whatever. But anyway, yeah, we'll be at Fleur. That's the be all end all. We'll be at Fleur. We'll be there meeting people, talking to people, and just having a great time. So if you are in Manchester on the 15th or the 16th of Manchester, we won't be there for the 16th, but you'll see us on the 15th. So anyway, moving on from that, we do hope to be in more shows in 2025. We did 15 shows last year, which is pretty impressive to say. We were there 6 months and we all work full-time jobs and we all have, adult responsibilities like, paying taxes and doing the washing up. But, we're trying to get to more shows next year, best as possible. We've not got a first show announced yet because we don't know where we're going to be. And we've got a lot of, important things around this time. So we're just trying to make sure that if we are going to go out into the wild and to the Brit wrestling community, we are going to make sure that we are fully equipped. And
Wild is correct.
Wild is correct. So yeah. That's going to be us 2025 thus far. We don't expect to be at the position where we want to be anytime soon because it's going to take a lot of work. And even the qualification that we're looking into could take between 6 to 12 weeks to complete once the team start it. So we're looking, there's a timeline for this, and we're just making sure that we are time sensitive and we are fully equipped before we move on with our efforts of 2025. So yeah, if anyone does have any questions, please let us know in the comments below, or wherever it is. I don't know how this YouTube thing works. Speak to Liam.
Grandad.
This is the table of free concept for the first time. I hope we're doing well in the first time. Anyway, we're trying out.
What do you mean? We're the best. We're the best show for free there's ever been.
We are the best table for free thus far. So.
Yeah.
Actually, the TNA table for free was good on the WWE Network.
Oh, worse.
So who's Kevin Nash in this new world order? Because this is
what? Oh,
you're definitely Hogan.
Hogan? What?
Dan, you're Hogan. He's Nash.
Why am I Hogan?
Because you're the big boss. You're the boss.
Can't be Eric Bishop.
Ross is the heavy, so he's Nash.
Yes, I'll take that. Come on, big Kevin Nash.
Yeah, you're not cool. You can't be Scott Hall.
Kevin Nash.
I have to disagree.
Always.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
But yeah,
I mean, like Dan said, the thing is, there's a lot in the pipeline currently. With regards to this year. So.
You can say that. Like this list behind me is everything that I still need to do, and it should extend down here somewhere eventually. But we were working on.
I thought it was just your list of adult jobs: washing up, ironing, hoovering.
No, that's automatic these days, boys. Once you get married, it's automatic, mate. So we'll see what's going down from that. But yeah, we've got really exciting collaborations coming up that we're discussing already. We've got one that's already confirmed. We've got partnerships that are in place. We've got so many cool things to hopefully make what we're trying to do self-sustainable, where we can continue running as we are without the fear of running out of a financial backup from ourselves. We try not to put a lot of money into what we're doing.
Obviously we have to make some sacrifices.
Yeah. like we made business cards and we made leaflets and what have you. And we really hope you kept them because that was a lot of leaflets and a lot of money. We hope you kept them. But yeah, we're just trying to. Well, we're trying to make sure it is self-sufficient and self-sustainable. So as best we can, we are hoping to, put merchandise into the mix later in the year. If people fancy it, we've thought about it before, but it was very important in 2024 that we didn't take money from people, and we didn't want to take money from people because we wanted to make sure that you can put the trust in us to be able to collect your donations and gift them, and that's what we wanted to do, and that's what we did. All of it was logged on an Excel format document, which I have, and it all told me where they're going, color coordinated. And my wife will be impressed because she loves a good spreadsheet. But
yes.
So yeah, very, very exciting things coming in 2025. Excited to announce the first partnership collaboration at Flow in February, and we're just going to be where we can be throughout the year. So if you do see us throughout the year, please do come and find us because we will be everywhere as best we can. Drop us a message on Instagram or Facebook and just say, hey, you guys are going to be here this week. And most of the time, we may not even know the thing's happening because there's wrestling every weekend in the UK. So we're like, oh, we didn't even know about that. Let's go, and we'll make that effort to go.
See what we can do.
Yeah, but and luckily enough, there's a group of us. If one of us can't make it, maybe another one can. So
yeah, hopefully.
So there's always that offer around there. But we want to make sure that people know we're around to help. We're around to do what we can. But we really want to start working with a lot of wrestling businesses and organizations and wrestling schools in 2025 to make sure that our message can become national is what we wanted to do at the start. So
that massively works on the mental health premise as well. Spreading that message throughout the schools, throughout the training classes, just a reminder that as important as it is that you're taking that clothesline correctly, brother, you also need to make sure things are going okay up here.
Yeah,
100%.
I think like wrestling's one of those things where it can get quite a lot because it's one of the very few sports where you can go for like a year or 2 years or whatever, and you can feel internally like you're not making any progress, but then you know what I mean. Like other people are seeing that progress outside of that, and I think it's important that obviously they keep telling you that and like making sure that people like. Because you can go through this cycle of constantly sort of thinking, oh, I'm actually making progress. When's this going to happen? Because I think you go in with a sort of expectation. So I think a big part of that is kind of managing the expectations of like, what you're getting into with wrestling.
Well, yeah, you've got first-hand experience of the psychology that goes behind you.
Like it's not. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It does kind of suck at times, but it's worth it in the end.
Yeah. I'm sure. And I'm sure you've gained incredible skills from being a professional wrestler. I've seen your promos. You send me promos all the time, like back way back when, and they were all outstanding. You got some great feedback from really important people in the industry. So you did well, really well. You did. I got in the ring at Rise and at Kingdom, and I was absolutely bricking it. Just to talk at the microphone, to get in the ring in full spandex and those bright coloured shoes. But pal, you had some guts, did you?
And he will continue to do so on the return.
We'll look out for the return, I'm sure. Toil Rumble 2, is that when you're returning?
Electric Boogaloo.
That's the official announcement. To be fair, I'm going to speak to Gaz and be like, can we add Electric Boogaloo to the end of it and see people enjoy it? we can add so much more. But even that show, like you look back at that show and you think, that we had Japanese TV there, we had French TV there, we had ITV calendar there, we had.
I swear I'm going to be at that one because I won't have uni by that time. So let's hope.
Yeah.
And it was a 40-person rumble as well. Like that was a big rumble, and you know what? It worked well. There's a lot of cool spots in it. A lot of cool, Dimitri
got to get full Dimitri. Exactly.
We used to get kicked in the face. That was a highlight for me.
It was very enjoyable. Yeah.
So Total Rumble 2. I'm sure it's not officially announced yet, but I'm sure we're going to push for it in 2025.
Definitely working for it, and we're hopeful.
Yeah. Definitely work for it. We're definitely hopeful. So I don't think there's much.
Obviously, of course, hopefully, plenty of other collaborations through the year. Through, like you say, obviously we had amazing Peter at Wrestle Island last year. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, other companies we are able to work with throughout the year as well.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Eventually.
And
But
maybe
one
we-
like Dan said, like that you said, of other like wrestling, just wrestling pages, wrestling businesses, all variants of wrestling media.
Yeah.
yeah, get us on a podcast.
Yeah.
podcast. We did a whole
Who
week
wouldn't
of it
want
in
this?
August
Who
last
wouldn't
year.
want this on their
Oh,
podcast?
yeah, exactly. Come on.
We did a whole week of podcasts in August last year.
Yeah,
Do it
crazy.
again. We go again. A whole month of podcasts. We go again.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm handing in my resignation. No,
no, you can't hand in your resignation.
refused.
No, you okay? You can hand in your resignation, but you've got 52 weeks notice you got to give.
Ah, I
Yeah,
see.
Well, just on the topic of wrestling skills again, if anyone is thinking of getting into wrestling again, we can kind of point you in a direction in some kind of way. Obviously, we're not like the be all end all. Like, take other people's advice before us, but also we can kind of help point you in some kind of direction,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
like towards like schools in your area that might be useful and like places that are nearby. And obviously, like it's up to you to make that decision yourself. But we can kind of point you to people who might have the answers more than we do.
Yeah, and we built a lot of relationships in 2024, so we know people who know people now.
Yes, even if it's a case of like you want to get involved with wrestling and you have no idea where to start, chances are one of us will know somebody somewhere that knows somebody who's in your area. So like, even just message us and say, "Hey, I'm trying to get into wrestling in some kind of way. Do you have any idea of anybody in my area who might be able to help?" Then chances are we'll know somebody, or at least know somebody who knows somebody.
Well said.
Friends.
Well said, Ross. Well said indeed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, do you know what? I'm going to run this to I can see on the screen it's 56 minutes, so I'm going to run this for an extra 4 minutes. And I'm going to ask you.
I've got an idea, unless you've got something to say.
Okay, you give me the idea first.
Okay. What I was going to say was, Ross made reference to a certain match type at the start, near the start of the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that match type is coming up quite soon. So
Yes.
I just wanted to know, guys, who's your prediction for the winner of the Royal 2025?
CM Punk.
That was short, sweet.
CM Punk.
Ross.
CM Punk.
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Really?
I'm going to have to go with Dimitri's favourite wrestler, who at one point...
Dimitri's winning it. Come on.
No,
Yes,
not retirement at the Royal Rumble.
He's gone 27 minutes this time.
Sorry, let me rephrase. Dimitri's second favourite wrestler, who, when me and Dad in the past went to watch a WrestleMania viewing party with him, he actually was dressed up as. We went to see I believe John Cena is winning the Royal Rumble.
You think John Cena's going to win for a third time?
Yeah, I do. And I also want to see Dimitri in jorts again if he ever wrestles again.
Yeah. Do you know what I've heard?
What you heard?
I've heard through the grapevine that Ross thinks Otis is winning the Rumble.
Ah.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was my pick, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, you said, I know you said Akira Tozawa first, but I know you're leaving.
Being exposed.
Absolutely not.
Cena wins, faces Cody and turns heel. Oh.
Wait. Who turns heel? Because Cena can't turn heel. Cody can't turn heel.
I don't
He's saying he thinks Cena will turn heel.
The issue I've got with John Cena is he's teased the fact that he's going to be challenging for a title. You do not give if this is something that everybody wants, you don't give them it in the first go. Like you make him fight.
You say that, but it's his last year.
Also, John Cena. So.
No, but like if he's bigging up that there's multiple opportunities, you don't have him win his first opportunity. You have him fight to get more and more.
Yeah, but he's not.
Wow.
Yeah, but if he's going to win it, he's got to lose it before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Does he though?
Yeah.
It's last year.
Well, he's still got the title. He just vacates it in December.
Oh, that's boring, isn't it?
Very boring. It gives him a chance to do tournament if possible. Right, we've got about a minute left. Dan, what was it you were going to say?
I was gonna throw some random questions your way.
Yeah, so basically what I did.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
I should have wrote some down, but I'm going to quick fire questions to you both. I want you to answer at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Favorite drink?
Iron Brew.
I'm only Ross there.
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Okay.
Oh, Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi Max man. Come on.
I'm an Iron Brew man. Okay. Favorite sandwich filling?
Oh,
Come on, quick fire.
ham and cheese.
Tuna.
Tune Mayor legend, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Favorite women's wrestler?
Becky Lynch. Oh no, wait, Viper. Mad Viper. What's her name? Piper Living. Come on.
Great shout.
Mercedes Monet.
Money.
Yeah, I hate that.
Right,
But I
right.
hate that. But
We said quick fire. It's going to be quick fire. We're past the hour. I don't care. We run the show.
we
we
run the show now.
Right. First question. Favorite Money in the Bank winner?
Oh,
CM Punk.
Which time?
him.
Doesn't matter. CM Punk won. Both of them were good.
Favorite
CM
Royal Rumble winner?
Drew McIntyre.
I can't say. No.
Favorite British Royal
the
Rumble winner?
We'll go with the Undertaker.
Favorite King of the Ring?
William Regal.
Owen Hart.
Yes. Yes, Ross. Yes.
Owen Hart.
Favorite WrestleMania?
Ooh.
30.
30.
17.
Nice. Favorite championship belt design?
Oh. White strap intercontinental.
Spinner belt.
Spinner. Which
Oh,
one?
I'm deadly serious, right? The spinner belt was underrated. Come on.
Which
No.
one?
The big stupid one that.
Not the US
one, yeah, exactly.
Stupid one that's CM Punk. Something quite funny about CM Punk being a hard man negotiating his contract and then coming out with a spinner belt. Like, look at my toy.
Favorite Ring of Honor World Champion?
AJ Styles.
Punk.
That's my favourite belt of all time. That's my favourite belt of all time. Do you remember the big TNA one? The big TNA monster that was like 8 plates? That one. Oh, beautiful.
Not Jeff Hardy's custom belt.
No, the big TNA monster that Bully Ray had.
No slander over Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy's bright purple custom belt.
That was back.
Right, John, I want to see if this works. I'm going to punch through the screen.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, I can't. Well, let me try again. John. Bosh. That's how we roll. Anyway, I'm going to poke you in the ear now. Wait, Ross, screenshot the image.
Oh shit! Who did I can't remember how to screenshot.
Control print screen it, dude.
What?
Control print screen.
Control print what?
Screen.
Print screen.
Look, I don't know.
Right,
Also,
Ross,
by the way, Dan, I will say, on my screen, you're on the left, I'm on the right, so this definitely doesn't look funny on my screen. So if the viewers have that view, then this whole thing just looks absolutely ridiculous.
Ross, put your arm up like this. No, other arm, Ross, other arm. Yeah, now John, put your right arm up like this from the bottom. Yeah, and then aim it in your ear. Right, yeah. Yeah, it's not working. Okay,
Yeah.
we tried it. That's the important part.
Anyway, thank you to Liam for
Favorite
entrusting
Pokemon card?
For God's sake.
Charizard of some description.
Rattata.
Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card?
Don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't he play kids games?
You played Pokemon?
Oh no, not anymore. Didn't he play kids games?
Polymerization.
Have you not seen? I'm a darts fan now. I'm playing in the Premier League next week.
Right.
I've seen.
I'm a darts fan.
Stephen Bunting. Anyway, why have I got 26,000? Anyway, 26,000 emails. But anyway, we are the Hot Tag Foundation. We hope you had a great time.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for getting a bit off track at the end. Dan got a bit excited at the wonders of technology.
I
Yeah.
did get excited at the wonders of technology. Jonathan's absolutely right. But anyway, thank you very much. Also, I will say this as well. If you go to RenderBomb and purchase any of their goods, you will find an official Hot Tag Foundation sticker provided by
shout out RenderBomb.
Wilson, or a Hot Tag Foundation business card. And if you see it on there, keep it, put it in your wallet, put it on your fridge, scan the QR code and give us a follow. Thank you to RenderBomb for reaching out to us again, and we'll get those sent out to you now. But yeah, we are the Hot Tag Foundation. If you have any questions, drop us a message on Instagram, drop a comment into one of our posts or wherever you find us. My name's Dan. I'm probably pointing wrong. This is Ross. That's John. I'm going to punch you in the face again, Jonah.
No.
It did not work.
You should then do it with your other hand. Do it with your arm.
What
other
other
arm?
arm?
It works on my screen. Yeah. 1 minute.
Yeah, it's the wrong way on my screen. So. But anyway, before we go,
I tried to screenshot, but I accidentally locked my phone, so that didn't work. Okay.
Before we go, make sure you check out our Instagram page, Instagram at Hot Tag Foundation, Facebook page Hot Tag Foundation. Go to www.hottagfoundation.co.uk and please, if you need it, reach out for the hot tag.